Straight into it. Cool, amazing, amazing. Let me put this down here. Go over here. Just put two in the chat box, guys. You guys can see my screen and you can see the beginner basics. Anyone on the call right as of right now, please put your camera on. This is a conversation, in-house conversation. So don't worry about it. Unless you're in a toilet or bathroom, you're very much welcome to be on camera. This is make sure that you obviously paid attention and that you're taking information going through today, right? So first and foremost, as you're a complete beginner, first week, second, whatever it may be, you want to go through the onboarding message, right? What this basically means is where the moment you sign up, your enroller will send you over a message which will include everything you need to download and every single link you need to click on, right? The first thing you want to do is click on every single link from top to bottom. Also, you've joined the community already, but if you haven't started at the top of the list already, register with your broker. You want to make sure you do that first because that's the main priority anyway. And every single option from there forth will be obviously what you need to download. It will give you clarity as to what videos to go through and so and so. And I'm going to clarify that due time as well, right? In regards to your first question, let me go over here. I believe I had another tab. 1 second, guys. It's gonna look exactly like this, right? So you're gonna go through once you registered in the mastermind portal at the bottom of your welcome message, you create an account, you put your email, you create your password and so on. So once you have access to it, you can do this on your phone and a laptop as well. You wanna go through the customer guide getting started, right? This is just pretty much pre-recorded videos to explain to you exactly how to go through the mastermind portal, how to use the G3 back office, how to use the G3 Live, G3 Connect, and so on so. Right, let me go ahead and unshare my screen so I can delete that. 1 second, guys. Any of you guys on a laptop, just try refrain from touching the screen and it will avoid you from obviously 1 second, stop share. Cool, I'm gonna share my screen again. Cool, let's go back. There you go, cool. Sweet. 1 second. Cool. So like I was saying, you're gonna go through all these videos here from 1 to 7B. You can go through the rest if you wish, but it's very much important for you guys just to make sure you go through these initial videos, right? Once you've gone ahead and did that, you now want to go over to the G3 portal where you're gonna have access to the academies, right? You're gonna go over to Forex, right? Let me go ahead and sign in, because sign me out. This is what you get access to. This is the same login details you used to sign up, by the way. So you're gonna go to Forex, scroll down to where it says basic Forex course. Click on the play sign and go through every single one of these videos, right? Like I mentioned at the start of the call, this is gonna give you more clarity and understanding exactly what you're doing, right? For most of you guys who started this as of right now, this is completely Chinese to you, right? So you're gonna make sure you get at least the terminology and understand as to what you're doing so it starts making sense, right? People are making money in this platform not because they're genius and they figured it out within 24 or 48 hours. No, they've gone through the information to ensure that they have the clarity and understanding what they're doing and they're asking questions, right? So you're gonna go through every single video on the right side, like I'm showing you guys now. It's 3 minutes, 7 minutes, 4 minutes. They're not long at all. This shouldn't take you anything more than, let's say, an hour to finish all the top videos, right? All of these videos actually, there's only one clip which is like an hour long in itself, but all of these videos shouldn't take you anything longer than an hour to finish, right? If you guys are watching the Netflix series right now, you definitely have an hour to spare to watch and go through education to make sure you understand exactly what you're doing, right? Let's put a three in the chat box, guys, of if you're with me and you understand exactly what I've gone through so far. Let's see, let's see. All are good. I want to see all the newbies you put your actual numbers twos in the chat before is you guys I'm looking out for even more so, right? With you. Amazing, amazing. Zoom user, if you can update your name just so we're aware as to who's on this call, that'd be amazing as well, please. But I appreciate you guys. Thank you very much. Cool. So going back to the presentation, cool. So yeah, like I said, please take notes. Reach out to Enroller weekly to get with any update regarding your progress. I will personally recommend every 2, 3 days is a perfect enough time frame where they'll give you the information you need to go through the right, let's say, recorded videos, and then the questions you ask, they'll clarify and give you more understanding, and you can start making progress, right? Within your first month, guys, this is exactly what you want to go ahead and do, right? The welcome message also guide you through step by step, like I said. In regard to welcome message and your own enroller, they will obviously walk you through the demo account setup as well. So you haven't set up your demo yet, please do so with your enroller. Your week one is going to be based strictly on practice, right? So this is where you have to go through the welcome message, the videos within 48 max hours, right? 24 to 48 hours. If you're serious, you really go through it within 24 hours. Shouldn't take you more than an hour and a half to finish that all in itself, right? Once you've gone ahead and done that within the 24, 48 hours, it will make more sense as to what you're doing And all you are really and truly doing is copying and pasting, right? So your first week, demo account. You play around with it, make money, lose money, wherever it is, it will start making sense within the first couple of days. I'll be so honest, right? Within your second week, this is where you need to go live, right? Reason being because it's a subscription. That means by the fourth week, you're now looking to repay to continue, right? By then, our objective is to help you make your money back in abundance, right? So not only a subscription, but to be in profit so you can continue without it feel like it's even an expense at this point, right? So your second week, you set up your live trading account. We do recommend 250 to 1,000. Reason being because the more capital you do deposit, the more money you have to play around with and make more money from, right? If you look at it on a percentage basis win, if you base on a 10% or 5% win per day, you'll start making a lot more money on a day-to-day basis, right? As a complete beginner, a good way in obviously compound your profits is £25 to £50 per day, right? It says my internet is unstable. Can you guys still hear me? Let's put my two in the chat box, guys. You guys can hear me. If you can still hear me, okay. All right, cool, cool, perfect, perfect. Right. So as I was saying, within your trading plan, depending on how much you deposit, I would recommend looking to make 25 to £50 a day. This would be a simple step by step guide for your first month for one, just so you're not over trading, you're not obviously over leveraging, and you're still making good profits on a day-to-day basis, right? Making £50 a day, it's not anything life changing, but guess what? £50 a day, 5 days a week, that's 250 a week, right? In a month's period, you just made an extra thousand within the month on your phone, outside your general income from your 9 to 5 and anything else you may do, right? Just put a three in the chat box, guys, if that would actually be a good profit for you. If making an extra thousand a month, compounding £50 a day in your first month would be a good result for you. Just put a three in the chat box, guys, if that would be the case. Cool, cool, cool. Amazing, right? You pay for your rent, pay for your car, you right? Pay for a little holiday. I know it's Christmas time coming up. I know the family got gifts. You understand? I know the family got hella gifts. They want to be, getting gifted, so you gotta pay a little change, right? Cool. Amazing, amazing. So within your third week, this is where it's even more important as well. Once you do start making money, I see a lot of people who now feel as if because they're making money, you now want to make a million. The name of the game is to get started, learn the concept, go live, make money, and withdraw. The money is not yours until it hits your bank account, right? Just I'm gonna make that very, very clear. The money you make in your trading account is not yours until it hits your bank account, right? So when it comes to withdrawing, let's say for example you deposited £250. The moment you make 200 or 250, you now want to go ahead and withdraw that money, right? Because now you want to pay yourself, show yourself that this is real, and the money you're making actually comes back in your pocket, right? That makes sense? Cool. And obviously within the fourth week, you want to go ahead and obviously continue the subscription. Then by then you have a lot more understanding. You made a lot more progress, and now you're in a position where you can now actually help other people understand how they can do the same. Right? Cool. So yeah, moving on. In regards to the apps you guys want to have, this is obviously regarding your onboarding in itself. You want to download the Mighty app. This will be the app you go through the initial videos, like I mentioned to you, if you're going to utilize it on your phone. G app is where you're going to receive in the trade ideas, live calls, and so and so. We do have travel on the platform, guys. So if you do want to go ahead and download the G Travel Club app, that's where you can also, book your travel and so and so, right? Moving on, obviously, regarding trading, if you guys don't have this apps already, this is after you've obviously gone through the onboarding messages in itself. You're gonna make sure you download Quo Markets and of course MetaTrader 5, right? Quo Markets is simply the app way in which you'll be set up your trading account, your demo, and your live account. It's just a broker, right? It's a middleman, basically what you're doing, utilizing their platform to register on MetaTrader 5. MetaTrader 5 is where you actually be placing trades and actually making money, right? TradingView, if you're someone who obviously learn how to analyze the actual market, this is where you're gonna utilize on your phone, laptop, whatever it may be. It'll just give you a better indication as to what you're looking at in regards to the charts, right? TradingView is not something you need exactly right now as a beginner, but just to give you guys as much clarity and information from the beginning, you do have the option from here forth, right? Moving on. In regards to now the GFO app shortcuts, this is a way in which you can actually add the website to your home screen by simply clicking on the website, clicking down on the arrow on your screen, and you also get an option to go to add to home screen, right? So if any of you guys would rather have a shortcut, this is for websites only. You can go to the browser, click on the arrow in the box, and click on the box and the arrow pointing up. you have add to home screen, and you can simply add it to your home screen, so it's a lot more convenient, right? I also do so many different apps, so if you want to do the same, that's totally up to you, right? In regards to obviously the educators you want to follow, you guys haven't done so already, please do take a screenshot because the only way you will receive trade ideas from the Jufa Connect app are from the educators you now subscribe to, right? There's around 67 different educators, different languages, different locations they're based. You want to make sure you follow in the right educators, not one because they're profitable, right? Two, because they speak English, and three, because this is what we're recommending, right? So we're only gonna give you the best to make sure you guys have all the resources, right? Any questions in the chat box, guys? What do you mean by go live? Okay, cool. So Archie did answer. So yeah, going live is where after your demo account within the first week. So let's say you started on a Monday. By this Friday, you should be setting up your live account, being because you had already 5 days practice, and the weekend is a nice time frame where you can just set up everything, make sure you're ready for the Monday ahead, and you can start making real money, right? The demo account is fake money, but it's exactly the same as your live account, but it just gives you a practice time frame just to understand what you're doing, right? The reason why you can progress onto the live account a lot sooner is because you're copying and pasting inevitably, right? There's three ways to make money in the platform. There's copy trading through the G4 Connect app. There's a live sessions, right, with the educators. They have a timetable. I'll show you guys a little later. And there's also the AI scanner, right? I am going to go and touch over the AI scanner today, guys, just to give you guys who's been here for over 2, 3 weeks and people who are new. This is where we're predominantly flushing people into because it's the best way and the most convenient way you can actually make money, right? We don't, yes, the copy trading is great. Yes, the live sessions are great every single day. But if you want to become a lot more independent, the scanners will be your best friend, right? I hope that answers your question, yeah, bro. Oh, Abigail, my apologies. Cool. So, yeah, in regards to the educators, please do screenshot this. Go ahead and go to the G Food Connect app, go to search, and then type in every single person's name and click on the three dots here, and you can subscribe. Right? Amazing, amazing. Cool. So I'm moving forth. In regards to now using the MetaTrader 5 app, this is very key. You guys do really need to pay attention to this because you can mess yourself up just from purely not taking and reading information correctly, right? Simple and easy mistakes as a beginner. This is why you want to make sure you utilize your demo period. Very key because this is the only time frame you really want to make mistakes. When you go live, you're playing with real money. I don't know about you, but I ain't trying to lose, you know what I'm saying? Right? So the trading app it allows you to place trades and it connects to your broker quote, like I mentioned earlier on. If you are based in the US, you probably be using a different broker. All the same, probably using MetaTrader 5 as well. But obviously that's a conversation we'll have individually, right? Like I mentioned already, your demo is a trial error app for before you go live. Now we're going to come down to the terminology, right? This is where it's going to be very key for you to go through the education from the beginning anyway, because this is where you're going to understand more outside of us as your mentor, your upline to actually who's actually advising you, right? So just to touch on as well, within the group chat, guys, you're gonna have admins, right? Make sure you guys, unless it's your upline, someone you're working with directly, the only people you do want to go ahead and message is only people which are admin, right? These are individuals who've been doing this a lot longer who actually have the results, let alone the information you need. No one else in the chat, please don't go ahead and message anyone else because this is now privacy based, right? Make sure you mention only the admins, right? But moving on, terminology wise, market execution is simply where you're getting into the market straight away, right? Hence obviously the word execution, right? You guys do want to pay attention. I'll show you guys how it looks as well. On the G4 Connect app, a lot of the time it's a buy limit, sell limit, buy stops, sell stop. These are different ways of getting into market, but it's not straight away, right? Please do pay attention as to how this works and how it looks. I'll show you on the screen live as to how it works. But take a screenshot of this just so you can refer back to it for later, just in case, so it starts making sense the more and more you do it, right? So like I mentioned, market execution is you getting into market straight away. Buy limit and sell limit is where you're placing an order in the market, where now when price hits that area in the market, it will automatically enter, right? This is where in which you now, let's say having a busy day, you can very much place a trade, don't have to worry about it. As long as you know how much you're risking and how much you're looking to make, you're good, right? So you're gonna have two different obviously factors you're gonna take in consideration when you're placing market execution. You're gonna have the invalidation, which is your risk management, right? It's also referred to as your stop loss. Your stop loss is where you're now putting a price in the market where you're willing to risk a certain amount, right? So for example, if I'm now in a trade, right, and I'm looking to make £30, I'm now looking to risk max £10. That's the most you can lose, right? So let me say it again. If you're in a trade sent out from an educator, you have your entry, you have your TP, and you have your stop loss. Your stop loss is how much you're willing to risk, and your TP is how much you're looking to gain. So for whatever happens, if you risk £10, that's a max you can lose. Whatever happens, if you're looking to make £30, that's a max you can make, right? Just put a one in the chat box, guys, if that makes sense. Cool, cool, amazing, amazing, amazing. In regards to terminology, it's all the same. Invalidation, stop loss, it's the same thing. It's just different terminology. Exits, take profit, all the same thing, different terminology. But the more and more you see it, the more you pick up on actually clarity as to how it works, right? In regards to entry, same thing as POI, and entry in itself, right? And price, right? Cool. So moving forth. In regards to now trading, like we obviously mentioned before, these are different pairs. If any of the leaders can put in the group chat any pairs in which everyone should be following in regards to their actual trading account, right? There's specific pairs I want you guys to be actually utilizing. You can trade whatever you like, but would only recommend the pairs in which you probably make more money with, right? So take a screenshot. Already kind of gone through this already. But as an example, actually, I'll explain it here. So let's for example, you got sent out a trade. This is XAU USD, right? You have the stop loss, also named as the invalidation, is 2760, and you have the TPs 1, 2, and 3, right? So what this basically means, you're getting into a trade as a market execution for one, so you're straight away, and you only need to copy two coordinates, right? This in itself will take you literally less than a minute, even 30 seconds once you get good at it, right? So all you simply do is put in your stop loss, which is the same thing here, stop loss and the validation, 2760 into this coordinates here, right? Your TP one is now 2745, right? Each time you place a trade, you have to put in the stop loss and TP each time, right? So if you're placing another trade, you're going to put 2760 and then 2730 as your TP2, right? In regards to, let's say I want to place the third trade, what would be my TP3? So my stop loss is going to be 2760. What would be my TP3? What would it be, guys? Amazing. Appreciate it, Archie. But in the group chat as well, bro. In the group chat, the community chat. So let me just repeat one more time, guys. If I want to place another trade, right, my stop loss is 2760. In regards to the trade which is sent out here, what would be my exit free or simply name TP free? What would it be? You guys confused? Everybody confused. Everybody confused. You want me to say again? Just put one in the chat if you guys want me to say again. Don't want to say it now. All right, cool. You guys confused. All right. Yeah, what's TP3? JQ. What's TP3? What is actual coordinates? I'm asking. Thank you, Seku. Thank you, Seku. There you go. Anyone else? Anyone else? Anyone else? That's it. That's it. Everyone's shy now. It's all right. It's all right. I know you're newbies, but you start making sense. Don't worry. So yeah, 2715 will be the corners you put in for TP3. But like I mentioned already, each time you place a trade, you want to put in minimum first and foremost your stop loss, because this is your risk management. That's the most key factor you want to focus on. And the TPs each time you add in as well, right? So let me go here. Cool. Let me actually go ahead and show you guys. Let me go back here. Cool. I'll show you guys after actually, it make more sense. So in regards to risk management, guys, you're gonna be risking 3 to 4% daily, right? So that means you don't need to trade a million times a day. You just need to look to make your daily profit, but make sure you're managing how much you're risking at the same time, right? 2, 3 trades daily, is totally fine. As long as you know how much you're risking, you can also place more. However, just make sure you know and understand how much you're looking to risk and make per the day-to-day basis, right? If you're on a demo account, you can place as many trades as you like just so you get a better understanding. But once you go live, just try to be a lot more mindful as to what you're doing, right? After you hit target, like you said, you can go break even, da, da, da. So in regards to going break even, I'll show you guys on the chart as well. This is just a terminology way in which, let's say you've got into a trade, price is now above your entry. You can move your stop loss manually to your entry point. This is where it allows the trade to be risk-free, right? In regards to this, this is where trading now becomes less of a gamble because you're managing your risk and you are in control as to how much you're looking to gain, as well as risk, right? In regards to obviously placing a trade, like I said here, I'm not going to go through it because it is pretty much straightforward. But you can place as many trades throughout the day. You may lose more than you win, but just because your risk management, you can still end up in profit just because you're managing your risk the right way, right? So make sure each time you do get into a trade, and I've made it very apparent a lot lately as well, is I personally risk £10, £20, or £30 per trade, right? So let's, for example, now I'm placing a trade risking £10. Bare minimum, I'm looking to make at least 30 to £40 within that trade, right? Let's say I've now won that trade, I'm now up £40. I can now increase my risk to 20. Reason being because for another trade, I can increase my risk to 20 because I'm still playing my profits. Nothing what I'm risking right now is my money. It's a profits I already made. Right? Let's say now that second trade I'm placing, risking 20, I know that the profit margin is now, let's say, 70, £80. Let's say I won that trade £80. I'm now £120 up. I can now increase my risk again to £30 per that trade for that actual risk to reward. So let's say I placed that trade, the last trade, which is £30 risk. I'm £120 up. Let's say now I've lost that trade. I'm now £90 up regardless. Right. So now you just manage your risk each time as you progress. But no matter how much you're risking, you know how much obviously you're looking to make at the same time, right? So you ensure that you're taking more money than what you're losing, right? Because you with trading, you're not going to win every single trade. Just make sure you understand exactly what you're doing, and it'll start making more sense, right? In regards to this, I'm going to go through this. Cool. What I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to give you guys like a live example regarding actually placing a trade, where to find the trade as well. Actually, one second. Let me go to a blank screen. So, for example, guys, let's go over here. Cool. So this is a G for Connect app. Like I mentioned, this is where you're going to be actually registering and of course subscribing to the right educators on the right side, right? Like I mentioned, there's many different educators, so just make sure you're following the right people, right? If you click on this option here, this is where you're going to get the actual trade ideas from the educators, right? So at the top here, this is going to be all based around Forex, and this is where the educator is going to send out the trade itself, right? So you're going to have XAUUSD, which is gold, and you have the buy limit is the action of this trade, right? So you're not getting into a market execution, you're getting into a buy limit. What that means, you're placing a trade where price currently is not at as of right now, right? It'll give you the coordinates. The entry is 4185, TP 4195, and so and so, right? Your invalidation down here is your risk management, right? So if I want to go ahead and place this trade, all I simply need to do is go ahead to Mentor the 5, right? This is the app we're going to be placing trades on. You find the pair you want to trade from, right? Matter of fact, let me do something real quick. So it's a little bit easier. Kind of gonna be awkward. Cool. Don't we just love Apple? We just love Apple. Like, it makes our life so much more easier. I'm gonna do it like this, so it's a little more clear. You don't have to go screen to screen. Make this a little smaller if I can. One second, guys. Apple's not messing us up. Okay, it's not allowing me to make it smaller. So let me just do it like this. All right, cool. Cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and go to match to the 5, right? All I want to look for is the correct pair. XAUUSD is the pair. So I go over here, XAUUSD, click on trade, and now I want to make sure I'm changing the action of the trade. So it's saying market execution straight away. I click on this option here. I go and press buy limit, right? Now I have the price, stop loss, and take profit to enter in this trade, right? So you have the entry, right? Which is also a price, like we mentioned earlier on. So you go over here. You put in the entry 4185, right? And you have your stop loss, which is also named as invalidation, which is 4175, right? 41 4175. And you also have the exit one, 4195. 4195. One other factor I will make very, very important as well, guys. This trade was sent out at 6:13. Right now, it's 8:34. What this basically means is that this trade, unless you go ahead and check the chart itself, may not be valid at all. The likeliness wouldn't be valid. I would personally recommend only getting to a trade after, let's say, 10 or 15 minutes that is, let's say, it's being sent out, and double checking where price currently is in the market, right? But as of right now, you can place a trade, so price is around that area. It's at 4205, so it's not far off, right? So let me change this here, 0.05. And what you do once you copy the actual coordinates, it will allow you to place. If it doesn't actually highlight blue, it wouldn't allow you to place anyway, right? So if I press place, now I've entered the market, click on here, click on chart, and what you're gonna do is drag this right side down here, drag it down, pinch it, so you can see these lines, right? What you need to do is also click on the one of these lines. It will also highlight exactly how much you're risking. Let me move this a little higher, just so it's a little more clear. Right. Let me go ahead and delete. I don't want to delete it, but it's just in the way. Let me put over here. Actually, let me make it smaller. Cool. Mm-hmm. Cool. So what this basically means, guys, once you come into the chart, same pair, you click on one of the lines, it's showing you exactly how much you're risking and how much you're looking to gain. Of course, I just moved the actual TP just to make it more clear for you guys to see. But as you can see here, this is your entry, the blue line, right? Please take note. This is your entry, your stop loss is your risk, and your TP is your take profit where you're making money, right? So once price, which is currently right here, and price will always be moving here, right? Once this enters and hits this blue line, it will activate automatically and you'll get into the trade by itself, right? If worst case scenario, like I mentioned, it hits your red line, you're gonna risk max this amount, right? If it hits the green area, this is where you're gonna make money, right? So right now the trade is not valid because it hasn't hit price here. But if I also go ahead and move this here, right? I have to change this to obviously. I can't do it obviously because it's already set as a buy limit. But if I put price closer to the entry, it will automatically enter, right? Just put one in the chat box, guys. That makes sense. So I can move on. Cool, cool, cool. All right, amazing, amazing. What I'm gonna do, this is not an actual trade sent out, but I do want to show you guys how to see how much you're risking straight away on an actual chart, right? So this is like a progression phase. Once you've understood how to place a trade utilizing the information I just went through so far, please do try it this way as well, and it'll start making more sense. So what I simply did here on the chart, you click on this option at the top right, right? You're gonna have the buy and sell, right? So you can get into the market from this option alone. This icon here, this will allow you to place a trade without obviously having to go to quotes and trade, etc. Right? So let's, for example, a trade was sent out from the educator. I have the entry, which is 4190. The stop loss, for example, was down here, which is 4182, and I'm risking £30, for example. TP was, let's say TP is actually let's move over a little higher just so it's a little more clear. TP is £86, right? Within this trade right now, I'm utilizing 0.05 lot size, right? What this basically means is the way in which you're risking a certain percentage per this trade to make a certain amount, right? What this basically means that if you change your lot size, you will also change the amount you're gaining and risking at the same time, right? So, for example, if I am not happy with risking £30, I want to reduce my lot size just so it's an amount in which I'm happy with based on my capital, right? So, in regards to a trade idea sent out from an educator, the reason why many other people make different kind of profits is based on a lot size, not just the trade itself, right? Because different people are going to have different capitals in their trading account. You're going to make sure that you're utilizing the right lot size based on your capital in your account, right? Very key. So if I want to risk, let's say £10, I want to change 0.05 to, let's say, 0.02, right? That's £12. Cool. Let's say I want to try and see if I can do a little lower. The smallest lot size as well, just to mention it as well, guys, I will show you guys how the lot size look, is a 0.01. That's the smallest you can get. So that's risking £6. So I want to go ahead and say, you know what? 0.02, I'm risking £12. I'm happy with that. Like we said already, you're risking now £12 to make £34, right? That's now a 3-to-1 risk to reward. So let's say I lost a trade twice, but I won the third time, I'm still in profit. Reason being because I lost, let's say 12, 24 pounds, but I won the third time, which I've now made 34 pounds. You're still 10 pounds up, right? So like I mentioned before, you can lose more times than you win, but just because you follow the right risk to reward, you can still end up in profit. With the actual tools we have in the platform, right? The copy trading, the AI scanners, and the live sessions. Once you go through the education, will start making more sense. You should make more money than not, just because you're right utilizing the right information, right? Cool. Let me see if any questions. Cool, amazing, amazing, amazing. So guys, let's say I want to now increase my risk to 20 pounds or at least around 20 pounds. What should my lot size be? What should I change my lot size to? Just let me know. What should I change my lot size to if I want to risk 20 pounds as my stop loss, which is down here? What should my lot size be? Let me see. Cool. Let's see. Okay, cool. So JQ, that's for zero point 0.2 lot size, that's now 2000, right? I will show you guys how the lot size reference works, but you want to make sure you utilize a 0.02, right? Let me see if actually I should have it on my phone. It'd be easier. 1 second, guys. I'll come back to the screen. Send this over. 1 second. Just so it makes more sense, I'll go through this anyway. Cool. So as Jody said, 0.02, amazing. As Cheryl said, 0.02. Right. So JQ, 0.2 would be a little bit too much, right? So just to show you guys so it makes more sense, right? A 100 pounds account is a 0.001 lot size. 200 pounds account is 0.02, right? For 1,000 pounds, a zero point 0.1. So the higher capital you have in your trading account, the higher you can put your lot sizes, right? So this should make sense. So when you guys who are a little confused still, please take a screenshot and it'll start making more sense. This is where the demo account allows you to practice. And the way I'm showing you in placing a trade, that will be the easiest and best way for you to do so anyway, right? Cool. So 3, 2, 1, take a screenshot. Cool. Amazing. Cool. So coming back to the screen, got about 20 minutes, guys. So I'm not going to take too much more longer. Cool. Let me go back here. Was that on here? Yeah. Cool. So 0.02, right? So if I want to change this now to a 30 pounds risk, that's a 0.0 for about 20 pounds. If on a risk, let's say 30, around 30 pounds, guys, also the price will be slightly different just based on, the lot size and the pip size. But if on a risk around 30 pounds, what should my lot size be? It doesn't have to be exact the same as 30 pounds, but in and around that price is what you're basically looking for. So if I want to risk 30 pounds for my stop loss, what would for my stop loss, what would my lot size be? If I want to risk 30 pounds, as of right now, I'm risking 24 with a 0.04 lot size. Cool. Let's try 0.05 and see how that looks. Cool. There you go. Right. So 0.03 will be slightly smaller, right? But you'll get there. So 0.05 is where I'm risking now 30 pounds, right? Even you risking 30 pounds, if you're happy with risking 30 pounds, which I would be, but let's say this trade plays out exactly, let's say this was a trade we was sent out earlier, I'm now making 86 pounds, right? I will be happy with 86 pounds. Reason being because that's a full-time job. You have to go to a 9 to 5 day to day to make anything around 60 to 100 pounds. That's an 8 hour, 9 hour shift. I've heard they've actually increased the hours to an extra hour in a 9 to 5. So if you can make that from your phone, guys, like this is the reason why we do what we do, right? So just to move on, obviously I hope that makes sense. This obviously recorded anyway, so you can kind of refer back to it if need be. But just to move on, let's go in and do so. Cool. So let's go over to the scanners just to give you guys a little intro as to where to find certain things. So once you sign into the G3 Live portal, guys, you're gonna have access to the education, like I mentioned down here, Forex. In regards to the educators as well, these are different educators you can tap into. Like we mentioned, the onboarding message will include the educators you want to follow. All right. Live learning. So anyone who wants to schedule around their time frame on a day-to-day basis, the live education is and based on a schedule basis, right? So we would personally recommend and write this down. John Oliver, right? We'll recommend Nick Ingles, Donovan Taylor, and Christian Lopez, right? Anyone else you utilize, that's totally up to you, but this is what we personally recommend, right? Every single day, also 2 p.m. John Oliver will go live, and you can make money with him on a live session, like it says here, 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. If you're at work, if you're at home with your missus, your husband, whatever it may be, 2 to 3 p.m., tell him, hey, I'm busy. You understand? I'm busy. I gotta go make some change. Right? So 2 p.m., 3 p.m., guys, every single day throughout the week, John Oliver will go live and he'll be trading live and show you guys when to get into a trade and when to get out of a trade. So if you're still a little confused in the beginning, maybe even in the middle, make sure you jump on the session so you can ask questions also on the live and it'll give you more clarity, right? In regards to the live session, you do get access to it from here above as well. Click on the live session. You can come over here. Daniel Lopez, or one of the actual crypto educators as well. Click on here. You get direct access to his session.
So,
You just press I understand. Like I said
what
already, you can
starts
ask
in two
questions.
weeks?
Press hey, boom, you can send a message in, right?
Exactly. So,
They'll be also showing you how to analyze the market. This is for people who want to actually plug into trading and learn the skill set more in depth. And just for anyone who's a newbie, it's a good way just to get more understanding being explained from a professional, right? So let's go over here. Shouldn't be any for longer than 10 minutes, guys. I'm gonna try and fly through as much as possible. Cool. So in regards to now, once you go through the education, the intro videos for the Mighty app. You've gone through the education based on G3 Live. You start placing trades. This is now you're gonna start looking into the AI scanner, right? Like I mentioned before, this is now based on convenient basis, right? So you go over here, click on scanners, right? I will personally recommend to get great at just using Sniper Pro, right? We've got 9 different scanners you can utilize, but Sniper Pro will be your best friend and it will help you make money, right? So go over here. I personally change this to dark as your preference. You can do whatever you like. Um, Scroll down here. The education itself, let me show you guys actually before I go through this. Down here, right? Go down below the scanners and you see learn how to use the G-Fuel scanners, right? All the information is here. Like I said in the beginning, it's totally up to you as to what you do to make sure you are spending your hard-earned money to make sure you're getting a clarity and understanding to start making your money back and more, right? So down here, click on Sniper Pro, right? Go through these videos here as well, just so you get a better understanding exactly how things work, right? We do recommend Trend Wave, Kill Shot, as well, but I will personally recommend just plug into Sniper Pro, especially right now. It's very straightforward and simple, and you will make money, right? So once you've gone ahead and did that, you done that. Go over here. So how to use the scanners. You want to go ahead and click on actual selecting the scanner you want to use specifically, right? You're going to have the different time frames up here. The videos will give you more clarity as to what time frame to be on. The smaller the time frame, the shorter period of time you're in and out of a trade, right? Just to repeat that. The smaller the time frame, the shorter period of time you're actually in a trade. This is called scalping, right? There's swing trading as well and day trading. Swing trading is where you're in a trade for a longer period of time, right? But scalping is predominantly what we do, and this will help you make money quicker without you waiting too long. So if you're in a trade, 10, 15 minutes, you should be out of the trade, if even less, right? Depending how volatile the market is, right? So I'm not gonna go too much in depth, but just try utilize this as much as possible, guys. This will be your bread and butter on a convenient basis. Copy trading is great, right? Getting trade ideas from the educator is great, but because it's as of when, it's it's not as convenient based on if you want to get into more trades per day. Live sessions are great. Jump on at 2 p.m. There's other sessions in the morning also. But if your schedule does not suit you fit based on these time frames, the AI scanner will be your best friend, right? So yeah, it will give you the entry, and it will give you when to get into a trade, which will be based on a scorecard, right? It'll give you the stop loss, which is the red icon here, and the TPs here. So as of this trade right here, right, this is US 30, right, on a 5 minutes time frame, all bullish. It give you when it tell you give you more than enough indication as to when to get a trade. It tell you how strong the volume is in the market, right? And as of this trade right here, if you go into this trade, you'd have made nothing but money, right? The AI scanner is the bread and butter, right? TP1, TP2 got smacked. Only now is probably looking to go down, as I can see, based on candle structure, market structure. But you'd have made money simply just utilizing this actual AI scanner, right? Cool. Any question regarding that, guys? Let me see the chat box. Any questions? There you go. As Cheryl said, Sniper Pro is my best friend. And Cheryl, hey, she be making some good money. No cat. I mentioned the other day. £7 turned into 200 now. You know what I'm saying? So Big up you for real. She's killing it. Cool. No questions? Amazing, amazing, amazing. Cool. So moving on, guys. So obviously regarding obviously calculator, so this is where you can go through with your mental upline. This is also where you can calculate also your pips, how much you're risking per trade and so on, right? But I won't go into this too much. In regards to now, once you go live, guys, because this is where you want to progress to intentionally, right? So if any of you guys right now who's been here for a week, you should be live today, right? It's Tuesday today, so you're already late. You should have been live from last week, Friday, right? So go live, get that set up. For whatever you deposit, you will get extra bonus on top of that from the broker we utilize, right? So from Quo, if you deposit 200, you get extra 100 on top, right? 500, you get extra what 120. It's based on percentage wise. This is credit added to your account. You cannot withdraw it, and when you do withdraw it, it will get taken away. But it's leverage because let's say you did lose 20, 30 pounds, it's not the money you deposited, it's the money which is just credited at the same time, right? So it's just a little extra bonus just to help you guys with a smaller account size. But like I mentioned earlier, 250 to 1,000 will definitely recommend. And the more you do put in, the more money you can make back. But you just have to be more mindful at the same time. Anything you do deposit, just make sure it's something you're willing to lose completely and it would not affect your situation whatsoever. Right? We're not here to put anyone in a situation. This is a concept to help you make money, but please be mindful as to what you're doing. Right? So yeah, moving on, guys. Cool. So in regards to you creating a trading plan, this is definitely something you can do. This is where you just want to focus on, the right pairs. You don't need to trade every single pair for you to make money, right? So any of the leaders on the call, please do put in the list of pairs we do want to utilize within your trading account. You don't need to utilize too many, but get good at utilizing 3 to 5 currencies. You'll be totally fine, right? Find a routine best suit for you. We are all different. We have our own situation. We have our own things we need to do. But find a routine best suited for you. If you want to jump on a live session, make sure your routine is based around that. The copy trading, that's obviously day throughout the day anyway. We do send out trades into the group chat, so you can look out for that. So make sure the actual notifications are on. In regards to now the AI scanner, that's your best friend. That's a 24/7 system. Like I mentioned, I'm not gonna say anymore, right? From Monday to Sunday, every day of the week, you can utilize the AI scanner, right? Monday to Friday is Forex. Saturday, Sunday is crypto. You can still make money in the weekend. You know what I'm saying? You start every day you can make money with the AI scanner. So plug into that. Study one or two educators as well. Get great at utilizing their skill set. John Oliver is definitely one of them up there as well. And of course, like I mentioned, find what suits your situation, right? In regards to mindset, definitely be mindful regarding obviously how you're progressing. Allow yourself and give yourself grace, right? This is completely brand new to you, right? So understand that if you've been doing for whatever you've been doing for however long, and you ain't in the situation you want to be in, and this does sound like and seems like something which can actually help your situation, give yourself the grace. Most people give this at least 2 to 3 months to figure out if this is something for them within that period. As long as you utilize and you're a more than coachable, willingness to learn, and you plug in on a day-to-day basis, you are somewhat guaranteed to make progress and make money, right? I know never really guaranteed too much, but if you plug in, is by far I've seen over and over again the people who plug in more and more, they make more progress, right? Might not be straight away. That's why you need to give yourself grace. But within time, stay consistent, doing the right things day to day. You listen to the right information, you'll make money, right? Don't listen to someone else who ain't never traded before, right? If they ain't never traded, how you listen to them? That's like me going to ask a fat person, no disrespect, how to get slim in the gym. It don't make sense, right? Listen to people who has the results you want. Listen to people who's been doing it for a longer. Don't mean we're perfect. We do make mistakes, but we're gonna give you a lot more calculated decisions and understanding exactly what to do, right? 100%. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Appreciate you, JQ. Moving on, guys. This is books you can also read. We are very highly on top of regarding mindset, right? Trading is just 90% based on mindset, right? You can make money one day and lose money the next day. Based on your mindset, is just perceptive, right? I say any money I make, great. Any money I lose, great. Why? Because I'm learning, I'm getting better and better, and I'm understanding more about myself than just what's happening, right? Focusing on your emotions, you start going a lot further, right? And that's just a life education in itself, right? So guys, take a screenshot. I won't go through all of these individually. But take a screenshot. You can also look into it. Definitely look to buy the book. I got a few myself. I won't even carry it around. It's too much. But yeah, take a screenshot. Regarding what's your audios, Aaron Nightingale, The Stranger's Secret. That's one of my favorite audios. Kevin Trudeau, You Wish to Command on YouTube. Check it out. Jim Ron, Building Network Marketing Business. Anyone on this call right now who sees the value and benefit as this opportunity is, and willing enough to share with other people, this is a great way for you to learn and understand this business structure as to how you can make more money alongside that, right? Just an audience for anyone who's actually an affiliate right now, great way to plug into that, and so on and so on, right? Moving forth, if any of you guys haven't yet subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do go ahead and do so. This call will be uploaded there as well. Of course, it's always best to be on the call itself directly because you do have the opportunity to ask questions, just so things do make a lot more sense to you directly. But please do subscribe ASAP to our YouTube channel. We are obviously above 1,000 subscribers now. So the bigger and better we get, obviously the more value and everything we're going to be putting there anyway, right? Any questions, guys? The screen off. The screen off. Zoom off. Zoom out. Oh, nah. This is a screenshot, bro. This is a screenshot. I don't know what you mean, but it's a screenshot on the screen itself. All right. But yeah, any questions, guys? Any questions? I can go ahead and end the call. Pretty much on bank on the time. So we good. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Do I do a good job today going through the information? Do you guys have much clarity as to what you're doing? And so and so. Let me know. Thank you, Milana. Appreciate you. Said some people might not get the opportunity to subscribe next time. Nah, you can subscribe. Regarding the platform, it's not a contract. You're not tied down to anything. But obviously, we want to make sure that you guys do make money and make progress, not just be here for the sake of it. Just be intentional as to what you're doing, and it'll start making more sense, right? Archie, I don't know who that is, but yeah, I'm a pass on the message, bro. I'm a pass on the message. More clarity for sure. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Thank you. Can you explain the multiple exits? Cool. So the exits are just different points in the market where you're just taking money, right? So as soon as it hits that area, it will close automatically, right? So if you guys are busy throughout the day, you can very much just leave the trade running as long as you know how much you're risking, how much you're gaining. It will automatically close, right? This is why it's so much convenient based because you don't have to be watching the charts all day. Of course, the more and more you're doing it because it's brand new, you will be hooked to it. So try to be mindful of that. But exit one, exit two, exit three is just simply where you just, secure your profits, right? So make sure you do put in your stop loss and your TP and you'll be fine. Got Clary, amazing call tonight. I appreciate you. And yeah, Sib, I don't know what going for my man, but hey, what? I'm gonna let him be. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, no, all good, all good, all good. But yeah, other than that, guys, appreciate you guys jumping on the call. I will upload this call shortly. And have a great evening. And everyone, jump on the rank celebration. Which can give you more guys more clarity as to how you can make more money in the platform and definitely influence other people and help them understand how they can make money too. Right. So I'm gonna put in a group chat now. The rank celebration starting at 9 p.m. You'll see people all around the world making money from this concept and impacting people the same way you was impacted to get started and making money now. Right. So yeah, amazing. Appreciate you guys. Have a great evening, and I'll see you guys in the group chat. Peace.